program ini bisa bermanfaat buat teman-teman semua, dan yang Andy juga bilang terima kasih atas kepercayaannya.
Ya, hiring partner akan ambil teman-teman learning. Jadi di sini sebelumnya
mungkin kita nggak bisa kenalnya,
ada yang skip sama Python dan saya bisa gitu, atau di 2 bulan pertama ya satu dan lain. Jadi ini adalah mentor-mentor yang akan
saya tahu ada teman-teman yang resign dari kerjaan, ada yang sacrificing some opportunity. There is no perfect decision, ya. Is this the best decision? Belum tentu. Tapi yang perlu teman-teman pegang adalah we will do the best for this program.
Saya dulu studi S2 di Mahidol University, background saya civil engineering.
Saya backgroundnya kuliah di teknik geofisika. Saya 7 tahun ini di industri perminyakan, jadi fokus di bidang eksplorasi migas.
Dulu saya pernah kerja jadi asisten lecturer di Mula Warman University.
Saya fresh graduate dari Monash University di Australia.
Saya baru lulus dari Teknologi Bandung Oktober 2018, jadi saya belum bekerja sampai sekarang. Jurusan saya teknik geofisika.
Background pendidikan saya itu di bahasa Inggris, pernah ikut NGO sebagai program director juga, ngajar bahasa Inggris juga.
Jurusannya data science, jadi emang ada sedikit background data science.
Sekarang saya tinggalnya dan kuliahnya di Balikpapan. Sebenarnya awalnya saya kan dulu ada penelitian di tesis. Kebetulan konsepnya itu sama dengan data science. Di data fellowship ini konsepnya hampir sama dengan apa yang saya kerjakan di sana. Apalagi di sini menawarkan kan program-program yang atau kelas-kelas yang sudah diajarkan sama expert-expert ya yang dari bidang industri. Jadi saya tertariknya di situ sih.
Yang bikin saya tertarik juga untuk ikut fellowship ini karena sisi praktikal fokus dari program ini. Saya inginnya ya mengaplikasi konsep-konsep yang sudah saya pelajari di program ini gitu. Dan so far cukup memenuhi sih, banyak use case yang kita terima itu lumayan menambah pengalaman saya di menghandle case-case data science.
IYKRA is the capability provider in data, tech, and business area for corporation and individual professional with one and only vision, building AI talent ecosystem which aim to solve talent and capability gaps in the fourth industrial revolution era. IYKRA Enterprise Solution, one of IYKRA business line for corporates, provides the cutting-edge approach on building the data capability for enterprise ecosystem, talents, technology, and business. We start from discovery to identify organizations' analytics journey, start from the team, infrastructure, as well as the business necessity. Talent enablement is the second stage, where talents learn how to create value by reinventing the core of the AI competency and capability. The last stage, execution, where the organizations find out how IYKRA will help organizations achieve long-term improvement and measurable impressive results. IYKRA has successfully enabled the capabilities in Indonesia leading companies from various sectors, including telco, banking, government, since 2017. After 3 years since the establishment, we've successfully delivered solutions to more than 30 major B2B clients, delivered more than 100 data science and analytics projects, equipped with more than 50 mentors and trainers, and already created more than 1,000 data talents from all IYKRA programs.
Punya tujuan sesuai passion itu terkadang sulit. Kuliah 3-4 tahun demi mengejar cita-cita, namun di pertengahan jalan bikin rumit. Berupaya sampai akhir agar cepat meraih gelar, namun ternyata realitanya bikin hati jadi gentar. Akhirnya gue mutusin buat cari kegiatan untuk nambah skill. Nemu website IYKRA yang bikin semangat gue terpanggil. Ada program data fellowship, pelatihan intensif dan fast track untuk menjadi seorang data profesional. Dalam hati, yes, ini yang gue cari. Akhirnya bisa sesuai prinsip. Surprise sih, nggak cuma dapat pelatihan, tapi dapat kesempatan langsung mengerjakan real project. Hingga tawaran pekerjaan sebagai data profesional di partner IYKRA. Beruntungnya lagi, gue bisa nemuin IYKRA sebagai talent pool yang ngebuka kesempatan buat orang kayak gue untuk jadi data profesional. Gue aja bisa, pastinya kalian semua juga bisa. Gue Fikri, gue data profesional lulusan IYKRA. Sekarang, giliran lo ikut fellowship, capai passion menjadi data profesional.
Oke, thank you teman-teman batch 3 dan juga batch 4 ya. Selamat buat dua-duanya. Satu hal yang gue juga akan encourage bahwa opportunity itu selalu ada kalau misalkan kalian juga bisa adaptif dan juga improvement.
Jadi perwakilan Indonesia sebagai data profesional di dunia internasional. Lalu ini ada gambaran
tujuan teman-teman ikut program fellowship ini apa?
Mengenai output dari batch 3 bisa gitu.
Oke, kita cukupkan sebelum masuk ke detail yang tadi, tapi teman-teman sendiri yang harus
Mungkin bakal bahas bareng gitu ya.
sebenarnya besok Rabu familiar dengan
saya bisa tahu banyak informasi lebih dalam lagi dengan mereka.
Oke.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to begin, I have a few notes to make before we begin the event. I would like to seek your cooperation throughout the event. Please kindly turn off your microphone and camera to avoid interruptions. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Good afternoon, Indonesia, and good morning, Europe. Welcome to Global AI Community Launching Event. Build a fast-growing, globally competitive ecosystem in data, technology, and business. I'm Rahmat Shaputra. It is my pleasure to be your master of ceremony for Global AI Community Launching Event. On behalf of IYKRA and Techbros, I would like to welcome all of you. We appreciate you taking the time off to joining us today. We are pleased to have wonderful speakers for the event today, and I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Mrs. Tanti Widyastuti, Minister Counselor of the Embassy of Republic of Indonesia for Sweden, Professor Dr. Ardi Marwan, Education and Culture Attaché of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia for Germany, Professor Dr. Dietmar Janetsko from Cologne Business School, Germany, Mr. Fajar Zaman, CEO of IYKRA, Mr. Yudi Rahadian, co-founder of Techbros, Mr. Endian Rahmanda, CEO of IYKRA, and Mr. Indra Gunawan, lead architect software automation 5G radio at Ericsson R&D Sweden. Global AI Community is proudly presented as a collaboration of IYKRA and Techbros to build the pioneer ecosystem of Indonesia's data and AI leaders of the world. Global AI Community is established to answer the challenges in the nowadays era of a fast-changing world with fast data and technology advancement. Through this initiative, we envision to create Indonesian talents to be globally recognized and trusted by equipping them with relevant skills and competencies for now onwards, especially in data, AI, and business. Global AI Community will offer various data and AI business training programs, project implementations, and other exciting programs with real-world cases and exposure. This event is also supported by the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Stockholm, Sweden, the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Berlin, Germany, and all media partners. To begin this event, we are pleased to have Mr. Fajar Zaman, CEO of IYKRA, to deliver the opening remarks. Please welcome Mr. Fajar Zaman.
Fajar masih di mute ya.
Sorry, is my voice quite clear? Okay.
Yes, clear.
Okay, good morning and good afternoon, everyone in Indonesia, Germany, Sweden, and all around the world. My name is Fajar Zaman, CEO and founder of IYKRA. I'm happy to be here today. A global AI community launch by IYKRA, Techbros, and support by Embassy of Indonesia for Sweden and Germany. Thank you for all of our partners and all participants who attend this morning and afternoon, wherever you are. It's a big step for IYKRA as a company and small step for IYKRA as a home for global AI talents. IYKRA by design, born from the community spirit. Since 2015, me myself actively in data community, one of the largest tech community in Indonesia, Data Science Indonesia. What I learned from the community previously, people do what they love and love what they do. I always believe if you do it from your heart, you will work beyond your bar, beyond your standard. It will raise you to another level of growth. In 2017, I found a company with a group of my best friends, turned out my co-founder partners, to scale up our friendship into sustainable and scalable ecosystem, IYKRA. We build a business to deliver a service to our customer, both in corporate and individuals. Within 3 years, we deliver our service to almost 100 leading companies in Indonesia, telco, banking, FMCG, manufacturer, transportation company, from corporate training, consulting, and implementation of data technology, machine learning, AI, and develop almost 1,000 data talents that we also bridge it to industry to fill the gap of supply in the market. Yes, in IKRA, we are a business entity, but we never forget the enjoyment and the contentment when we develop a community, when we can create a social impact. In every program, we always build an alignment between a major component of ecosystem. First, industry or corporation. They're leading innovation in market. Academy, university, institution would lead the academic research, and government who regulate the proper policy. So three components when we aim to develop a talents, not only training classroom that we provide, it also a real world case directly in our partner. It's in company, in institution that open their door, access to very valuable asset in 21st century, data. This scheme of alignment called triple helix collaboration that we understand lately happen in Europe, especially in Sweden and Germany. Fortunately, in 2020, in this challenging era, right now, we met our new best friend, Techbros in Germany. The co-founder of Techbros, Mas Yudi, have the same vision with us, which is building ecosystem of data and innovation through community movement, not only in the region but the globe. We always believe that in Indonesia, our talent and technology have capability to go global, lead the movement and advancement of data, AI, and technology. For some time, the world always recognized India or US for its talent in technology, data, and AI. A lot of big tech companies are led by professionals outside Indonesia. We want that to change. Our pace of education system alignment with the Industrial Revolution 4.0 might not be as fast as technology changes around the globe. However, we can still take the advantage of this technology era and turn it into opportunity to shine. A lot of Indonesia technology startup company have been built and are performing really well. Indonesia talent deserves to get more recognition in the global world. We have the potential, we have great potential to be leading nation for technology. All we have to do is uniting and collaborating. This initiative, Global AI Community, can be the pioneer of the new era for Indonesia talents as the world leading reliable talents. It's time for Indonesia to rise through Global AI Community by IYKRA and Techbros. Thank you for all speakers who join and support our movement together. Prof. Dr. Adi Marwan from Embassy of Indonesia in Germany. Prof. Dietmar Janetsko from Cologne Business School. Bu Tanti Widyastuti from Embassy of Indonesia in Sweden. Mas Indra Gunawan from Ericsson in Sweden. Mas Yudi Rahadian from Techbros in Germany. And my college, my best friend Endia Rahmanda from IYKRA. In this event, we will give you more explanation on this program. That's all from me. I hopefully everyone enjoy the event and could participate in our movement. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fajar Jaman, for the wonderful opening remarks. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Yudi Rahadian, co-founder of Techbros, to deliver a speech. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Yudi Rahadian.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmad Saputra and Mr. Fajar. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be invited here to give this keynote speech about a topic that happen to be I particularly passionate about. So good morning to Mr. Prof. Ardi Marwan from Indonesian Embassy in Germany, to Mrs. Dr. Randa Tanti Widyastuti from Indonesian Embassy in Sweden, and to Mr. Professor Dr. Dietmar Janitsko from Cologne's Business School, Mr. Fajar Zaman and Co. from IYKRA, Mr. Indra Gunawan from Ericsson Sweden, and for the all trainers and participants, good morning and good afternoon. I really thank you and appreciate for attending this event, the opening of Global AI Community Launch Event. I'm Yudi Rahadian. I'm the co-founder of Techbros GmbH. We founded the company in Germany, especially in Düsseldorf since 2017. Our company is business related to 5G, AI, data science, IoT, in terms of software and hardware developer. We've been working together mostly with the telecommunication providers such as Vodafone, Telefonica, Ericsson, Huawei, and so on. So over the last around about 3 to 4 months, we've been working together and collaborate with IYKRA. When first time Mr. Fajar and Andy and the co come to us to Techbros related to this data fellowship program, and also for the AI for business leader, is really trigger us that we see the potential that the program will be successfully introduced, especially in European market, as we see the demand of data scientists now is very huge, but there are limited supply, especially with the training of the data scientist itself. So for me, data scientist is the business of algorithmically deriving insight from data. Now, this is not the same as AI or artificial intelligence. The insight and data themselves are inherently not intelligent. What we are trying to do instead is obtain data-driven insight when in a smarter way and a more systematic way. So therefore, the requirement for training people with the right and relevant skills in this area, so that we are not only using the right algorithms on the right data set with the right infrastructure, but mostly we understand deeply regarding the algorithms, what they are doing and what are the results, which later on will be decided for the decision making. So from my perspective is that this data science is not only valid for the IT industries, but also for the other industries like banking, financial, marketing, media, and so on. As we know that currently data is very important and we have to analyze and have to also understand, most importantly, visualize to be like the understand by the other stakeholder. Therefore, from Techbros, GmbH, and IYKRA, we already have that insight looking into the success story that currently IYKRA have proven in Indonesia, especially in Asia Pacific. We would like to also introduce this concept to be proven in European market. So in other words, that we like to also creating the talents that currently a lot of potential that I know in Germany and the other European markets, especially that they have this willingness to become also one of the data scientists, especially when they are entering the industry and the markets as well. So therefore, we are trying to show them the way and guide them how to become a data scientist, so they can also have like a successful career path and also brighter future for their own career. So that's all from my side. Again, thank you very much for your participation, and I really appreciate, and we are looking for the fruitful collaboration between us, and hopefully that what we are currently doing can be also beneficial, especially for the Indonesian society in Europe and international society as well. Thank you very much, and I wish you have a nice day. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yudi Rahadian, for the great speech. Now I would like to invite Mr. Indra Gunawan, Lead Architect Software Automation 5G Radio at Ericsson R&D Sweden, to deliver a speech. Please welcome Mr. Indra Gunawan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
Mr.
good.
Indra, clearly.
Okay, good. First of all, thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you to Fajar, CEO of IKRA, and then thanks for the good speech. My best friend Yudi Radian, CEO of Techbros, and also I would like to welcome also the Andian, Professor Andi, Butanti, and Mr. Diatman for the speech. First of all, I feel an honor and humble to receive this opportunity to share about the global AI community, as you said, right? But in the same way, I feel embarrassed actually. There are more people capable to be deliver the speech when it's come to diaspora Indonesia in Sweden. But I'll try my best. I think here is I'm trying to share is more on the how we can enhance the collaboration between Indonesia and Sweden. I'm not sure if I can share my screen. Is it possible? Or can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is actually I should. I have always a problem with this one, but I can hide it here then. Yeah, so we remember the discussing about this collaboration between Sweden and Indonesia around 3-4 years ago with mainly diaspora people in Indonesia. Like we have a great potential. Indonesia is super grow market, and as Indonesian living in Sweden, we realized that Sweden is really the most innovative country, you could say. I think they are always on the top rank of the most innovative country between 1 and 2. So we are like been exploring the opportunity how we can enhance this collaboration. And as Fajar earlier said that the main key to trigger this innovation is really this triple helix configuration. And that is where Sweden is quite strong, I would say. They are having really good collaboration from the industry, from government, and also academia. They are really working together and then defining the national strategy for key areas or key technology areas. So that is really the key success of Sweden in this case. And when I heard that IYKRA and Techbros plan to set up some kind of like global AI community that would help to enhance this type of collaboration, for me it's no brain to jump to the collaboration. It's been like a great opportunity for us, even as Indonesian diaspora living in Sweden, and also for Indonesian company to grow to do market expansion in Sweden. And so this is, I think in 2016 is we just have this idea like, okay, triple helix, and how do we connect between Indonesia and Sweden? It's basically just the blank paper. And now I think it's a good opportunity with both IYKRA and Techbros are start to, okay, enhance this collaboration. How can we enhance this collaboration between Sweden and Indonesia when it comes to triple helix? And of course, we always get the support from the Embassy of Republic Indonesia in Stockholm. I think Butanti, Pak Akbar, Pak Bagas, our previous ambassador, is always been keen to get this collaboration to move forward. So in that sense, I think the idea of creating global talent on AI would be really a good approach here. And as Fajar said, that this will not be limited to only Sweden and Indonesia, and it will also adding AI talent from Germany. So I would say it's kind of global. It's not really bilateral collaboration between Sweden and Indonesia, but it's also Sweden, Indonesia, Germany, and perhaps other country will also join. When it's come to the Sweden itself, I think this is really good forward to move for the other step of the collaboration, because now we identify that the artificial intelligence is really the stepping stone to unlock the other areas. I listed there the other area like sustainable energy, deep tech, ed tech, fintech, and etc. So I'm really looking forward for this type of collaboration. And once again, congratulations, Techbros and IYKRA. It's really good it's really good collaboration. We as Indonesian diaspora in Sweden will try to help you as much as possible. We are trying to promote our Indonesian talent, because as you said, trust and reputation perhaps a bit challenge here. Even in Sweden, it's quite small country. Even in my company, we are outsourcing a lot of the R&D work, but it's actually India, as Fajar said, is quite having a top reputation as the talent on the AI, and in some cases now is also East European country like Hungary, Croatia, Romania, and Poland. They also start to what they call creating a reputable reputation in the AI talent. So I think there will be a challenge, of course, like all the other collaboration, but I do believe if we are working hard and we are trying to targeting the right entity, we can build the trust for Indonesian talent in Sweden. I think that's all from my side, and looking forward to this collaboration. And thank you, and have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Indra Gunawan, for the speech and insights. And now I would like to invite Mr. Endian Rahmanda, COO of IYKRA, who will explain more about global AI community, how this initiative is started, and what is next for this initiative. Without any further ado, please welcome Mr. Endian Rahmanda.
Thank you, Rahmat. Good morning, Germany. Good morning, Sweden. Selamat sore yang di Indonesia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Thank you for joining us today, Ibu Tanti Widyastuti, Minister Counselor of the Embassy of the Republic Indonesia for Sweden. Ada Profesor Dr. Ardi Marwan, Education and Culture Attaché of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia for Germany. Guten Morgen, Professor Dr. Dietmar Janetsko from Cologne Business School in Germany, Mas Fajar, of course, Mas Yudi Rahadian, Mas Indra Gunawan, with the full title, Lead Architect of Automation 5G Radio at Ericsson R&D Sweden. I actually prefer to call him as Indonesian rockstar in Sweden, ya, Mas Indra, ya. Good morning as well, Mbak Talita, Mbak Tita, Mas Hans. They are the captain who are actually running this initiative. So thank you very much. And also participants, mentors, and everyone joining us anywhere. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I hope everyone is safe and healthy today. It is actually rather unfortunate that we are unable to meet personally today. But I think without the current situation and condition today, I don't think we will be able to meet otherwise as well. So I want to thank God for that. But before I explain more in detail about the global AI community, I would like to share a little story. It was at the end of last year where me, Fajar, and Nabil was talking about our vision in 2020. Of course, without anticipating any global pandemic, we were actually planning to or aiming to expand our business to the regional market. So to Singapore, to Malaysia, to Thailand, Vietnam, a plan that we think was quite ambitious for a 2-year-old company at the time. But somehow we were confident because one of our strengths is building a community. So we believe that engaging and being really involved in the ecosystem is a key success for a business to grow. But then the pandemic hit. We changed our focus from growing fast to growing sustainable. So as physical activities being restricted, so we started to move our engagement more and more to digital. And since then, digital was our primary platform for communication and engagement with our clients, with our partners, and most importantly, with our communities, which turned out to reach an even broader audience, reach a wider segment. Our audience expands from just Jakarta, Jabodetabek, and then nationwide, and even globally as the geography boundaries become obsolete in the time of WFH and di rumah aja, right? Until we met Mas Yudi and his team from Techbros. He then introduced us to Mas Indra in Sweden, to Professor Janetsko in Cologne Business School, to Butanti, Pak Akbar, the embassy in Stockholm. After a couple of Zoom calls, we realized that we are actually being presented with an opportunity to build a community globally. So it was actually a blessing in disguise from the pandemic that leads us to where we are today, here at the launching of the Global AI Community by IYKRA and Techbros GmbH. So with the AI global community, our vision is actually to build a network of practitioners, professionals, experts in data and technology, where Indonesian talents are at the center of it. So we envision to make Indonesian talents to be globally recognized and globally trusted, globally competitive as well. Having such an ultimate goal, IYKRA established a collaboration with Techbros GmbH to run these initiatives, to build the network and ecosystem which we believe will foster a good learning environment and business opportunities as well. We kickstart or launch these programs, this initiative actually with 2 programs. The first one, which I'm gonna explain in detail today, is the AI Fellowship Program, which will start tonight, right after this event, tonight in Germany, with participants mostly in Germany. And the second one is the AI for Business Leaders, which is still currently in development, but will start in the near future. So AI Fellowship Program is basically a full scholarship training program for now that provides an intensive and fast-track training as a start to fulfill data aspiration and curiosity. The training and courses are focused on fundamental knowledge and skills of data science. So it will cover mostly fundamental knowledge in 3 areas: mathematics and statistics, programming, and business skills. Those 3 are most needed for the AI-driven industry. The program there will be lectures given by mentors through online webinars. We will also provide self-learning material through our online learning platform at IYKRA.com. There, participants can have access to curated reading materials, videos, quizzes, so they can take at his or her own pace to prepare better for the lectures. The participants will also be given practice cases to apply their knowledge gained from the lectures, from the webinars. They will also be engaged in a peer review mechanism to help them not also to learn from the mentor, but also learn from each other. And during the program, they will be divided into a group of 4 to 5 people, where they will have a separate group session to discuss among themselves about the project or task at hand. There will be also a dedicated session with the mentors, not only to discuss about the lecture, but we also expect them to build the network with the mentor itself and engage directly with the mentor. Because what we believe that the best way to learn is not within the class, but also outside the class. The syllabus in this program will be focused on the fundamental knowledge and skills needed in the AI-driven industry. It will touch three main categories, as I mentioned before: math, programming, and business skills. So first, we will cover some introduction to the world of data science and analytics. It will cover recent trends around how industry utilizes data, what roles do data and analytics play on different stages of companies. I'm sorry, ada es krim lewat. What roles do the data analytics play on different stages of companies' digital transformation phases? What kind of new skills we need on that scenario as well, on that different scenario of the digital transformation phases. And then we touch on the technical side of the analytics. We always start with visualizations because it's easier to bridge people with no prior knowledge about analytics into the analytics through data visualizations. We will also introduce some BI tools and how an effective data visualizations can help a quick decision making. Then we will cover the programming side of things with SQL and Python. SQL skills make sure the participants are able to query and retrieve data from an RDBMS system, where most data are currently stored until today. The Python module will cover basic programming skills to be able to explore the retrieved data, to transform it, to clean it, so that the data is ready to be analyzed. On the fifth module and sixth module, we will touch the mathematical and statistical side of things, where the participants will be introduced to supervised and unsupervised machine learning methods. Sorry. Participants will be expected to be able to do simple regression, for example, classification, clustering model, and implement it with Python. And then they will also learn an overview about the big data frameworks, what tools are there now currently being used in a big data environment, like Hadoop, Spark, Cassandra, and many more. And then on the eighth module, participants will also cover around the business trends around AI and data science, and we'll also touch a bit on data ethics and data privacy, an issue that is currently hot today. Yeah. The program will be closed by participants doing a data-driven analytics project based on real case data and real case problem. So the whole program will run in total for just 6 weeks. The first lecture will be given today, right after this event, and by December 6th, they will be expected to graduate from the program. We are fully aware that it has a lot to cover, considering a limited time frame, but learning from past experiences, we do hope it can open a lot of doors of opportunities for the participants, not only for the participants, but also for the mentors and all the members of the community. We actually have run similar program in Jakarta in the past 3 years. We believe the true potential benefit of such programs can be achieved if we can utilize the ecosystem that is built around the program. So, like for example, the collaboration between the mentors and the mentees, or between the mentees itself, the collaboration between the academic partners we have, and the industry partners who provides us with the data sets and the problem case, also with the government sectors. Those are the main keys to foster the optimal benefits for all involved in such programs. Okay, now I would like to introduce some of the mentors for this program. These are the researchers, experts, academias who are very excited, who are as excited as we are to share their knowledge to our AI fellows. I think we do have some of them here on Zoom today, so if you guys can, yeah, open the camera and then say hi, so people, yeah, so we can get to know each other, although digitally. Let me introduce this. How many? We have 7 now. So the first one, we have 3 marvelous researchers from Technische Universiteit in Wien. We have Mas Pep Ruswono Aryan, ada Mas Aufklav Zatu Kusuma Friski or Mas Friski, and Mas Guntur Budi Herwanto. Mas Pep is a good friend of mine actually back in high school. He is now an assistant researcher at TU Wien. Oops, sorry. With research focus in ontology, semantic web, and computer vision. Ada Mas Friski is a PhD candidate at TU Wien with research focus on 3D reconstruction, computer vision, deep learning, and AI. Mas Guntur is a doctoral student in computer science, also at TU Wien. Ada Mas Guntur. Hai Mas Guntur, apa kabar? And then we also have some experts from Sweden. There is Mas Fadil and Mas Hamid. Mas Fadil Muhammad was a machine learning engineer at Spotify in Stockholm. And Mas Hamid is a master candidate data science also in Stockholm. And then the last 2, we have 2 female mentors. There's Kanya Paramita, a master candidate at Delft University Technology in Delft, Netherlands. And last but certainly not least, ada Mbak Raudoh Fitra Humami or Mbak Adoh. She is one of our data scientists at IYKRA. So there it is. Thank you, mentor, Mbak Kanya, Mas Guntur yang mungkin hadir hari ini. See you in class ya. Okay, now before I go, I would like also to mention again that we are currently developing another program in Sweden, a training program that is more focused for business leaders or aspiring leaders that would like to deepen their knowledge in AI and data analytics. It will cover 4 main modules. Number 1 is business analytics, corporate digital transformation, analytics and AI solution, and last, most importantly, is about data ethics, privacy, and risks. So I think that's it from me. I hope we can build a strong AI and data science ecosystem starting with these 2 programs. And I hope we have more programs and initiatives coming in the near future. So, vielen Dank. Tak so mycket. Thank you. Rahmat, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mas Andy, for the enlightening explanation. We hope global AI community will reach its goal and realize its vision to make Indonesian talents to be data and AI leaders. Before we continue, I would like to welcome all of you who have joined our global community launching event. Now we are pleased to have Professor Ardi Marwan, Education and Culture Attaché of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia for Germany, to deliver a speech. Please welcome Professor Ardi Marwan.
Thank you, Mas Rahmat. Is my voice clear?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Europe, and good afternoon, Indonesia. I have some notes that I've prepared, a few notes actually, and let me just read this. Distinguished speakers, Ibu Tanti Widyastuti from Indonesian Embassy for Sweden, Professor Dietmar Janetsko from Cologne Business School, Mas Fajar Jaman, CEO of IYKRA, and Mas Yudi Rahadian, CEO of Techbros, and all committee members, guests, and participants, whom I cannot mention one by one. Thank you for the invitation. And it is a pleasure to say a speech for this event. And I would like to say hi from our ambassador to you all who cannot come today, and then he asked me to represent him. To start with, allow me to say some insightful words that I borrow from Deputy Secretary General of United Nations during his speech at the event, Advancing the Global Goals with Artificial Intelligence. He said, artificial intelligence is one of the remarkable advances of our time. Humanity has been debating the promises and perils of intelligent robots since the beginning of the 20th century. And with the advent of big data, AI truly began to have an impact. In Indonesia, for example, this is just to contextualize, we have seen several artificial intelligence associated businesses that have grown explosively in recent years as products perfectly fit the market. The country currently has at least 4 unicorns or companies that have reached 1 billion in valuation without tapping the stock markets, including ride-hailing company, for example, Gojek, travel site Traveloka, marketplaces Bukalapak, and Tokopedia. Regional companies observing this market potential have rushed to Indonesia to grab a share of the market. AI technology has also an impact on the development of cities as part of the city's digitalization process. Our capital, Jakarta, for instance, promotes smart city engagement, innovation, e-government services, IT entrepreneurship, and private sector cooperation. Well, distinguished guests and participants, I would like to thank you all young people, most of you are still young here, who have initiated this collaboration, and we wish that this collaboration can grow significantly and then can involve not only people from Europe, but also people across other continents like Asia, Africa, and other places. And we do hope that we can bring Indonesia to a wider community, and then we can make a better world. Distinguished guests and participants, to close this speech, today I'm delighted to announce the launching of a global artificial intelligence community pioneered by Techbros and IYKRA. I hope this community can help create a better Indonesia for a better world. Thank you for your time and have a good day. Thank you, Mas Rahmat. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Professor Adi Marwan, for the remarkable speech and for your support. And to Professor Adi Marwan, we would like you to join the breakout room that has been provided by our host for the documentation process with IYKRA, Techbros, and Mr. Indra Gunawan. Please press the join button on the popped up breakout room on your screen. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to continue this event by welcoming Mrs. Tanti Widyastuti, Minister Counselor of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia for Sweden, who will deliver the keynote about the opportunities in Sweden in data and AI for Indonesian talents. Without further ado, please welcome Mrs. Tanti Widyastuti.
Good morning, Mr. Fajar, IYKRA CEO, Mr. Yudi Radian, Techbros co-founder, Mr. Andy Rahmadi, COO IYKRA, Mr. Indra Gunawan, Ericsson Sweden, Prof. Dr. Adi Marwan, Cultural and Education Attaché of Indonesian Embassy in Berlin, Prof. Dr. Dietmar Jenetsko, and friends and colleagues. Good afternoon in Indonesia and good morning in Europe. Allow me at the outset to congratulate IYKRA and Techbros for the collaboration and initiative to expand your presence in Europe, and more specifically in Sweden. The launch of the global community today will be a significant step forward toward tapping and developing Indonesia talents on a world scale. It is an honor for me, on behalf of the Ambassador and the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, to join this very important event that support the Indonesian government efforts to enhance Indonesian human capital development. As we know, it is one of President Jokowi's priorities, and believe the new community will have significant role in creating bright mind that will shape the future of Indonesia. Friends and colleagues, this year marks the 70th anniversary of Indonesian-Sweden bilateral relation. If we flash back the diplomatic relation between Indonesia and Sweden was established in 1950, followed by the establishment of embassy in its capital. The relation has developed solidly in many areas of cooperation, such as political, economy, social culture, as well as people-to-people contacts. There are many ongoing cooperation between Indonesia and Sweden, such as research and development, technology and higher education, sustainability, energy, and creative industry sector. In business sector, around 90 Swedish company currently doing business in Indonesia. In investment, Sweden is ranked 14 of European countries. Many Indonesian students have studied in Sweden, most of them in master program that represent 80%, then the doctorate program is around 18%, and only 2% for undergrad program. Regarding their field of study, mostly are in IT science, for instance, production engineering, IT engineering, robotic, biotechnology, nanoscience, environment, and many more. Sweden is a great place for students to deepening their knowledge and empower their capability and quality, also to enhance their networking. There are also a lot of Indonesian diaspora in Sweden that are working at prominent companies, namely Ericsson, Scania, Spotify, Sony, as well as lecturer and researcher in university. It would be great if IYKRA has linked and met and networking with diaspora Indonesia in Sweden that study and work in those respected areas. Ladies and gentlemen, as we acknowledge that Sweden is one of the H1 country on sustainable innovation and green economy. As Mr. Indra said before, that Sweden ranks second in the world on innovation. This is possible by building culture of equality, exercising freedom of thinking, also making youth investment on research and development by allocating 3.4% GDP yearly. One key Sweden success factor to be innovation country is by nurturing triple helix, strong collaboration and cooperation among government, industry, and university. In the area of artificial intelligence, Sweden has developed and implementing AI as a national program in 2019 by forming the Swedish National Center, known as AI Sweden. This agency has mission to accelerate the use of AI for the benefit of its society, competitiveness, and for everyone living in Sweden. IT and digital technology, as well as artificial intelligence, are Swedish government priorities. With the development, there are plenty job opportunity in the Swedish workforce market and open to IT global talents. Swedish IT and telecom industry skill council projected that 70,000 IT specialists needed by 2020. This is a big opportunity. Few skill areas that Sweden has shortage of are programming and system engineering, software engineering for global business solution, programming and coding, digitalization, software developer, database application developer, system developer, online game, that's Sweden very advanced, application design, algorithm developer, machine learning, and AI solution architect. In this regard, it is very timely that IYKRA and Techbros host global AI community launch event and choose Sweden as a place to grow AI company. Dear friends, the second governance of President Jokowi is focusing to enhance the human capital, continue in reformation of law and bureaucracy, create jobs, and as well as provide welfare for all. To reach this vision, education and training is very pivotal, especially for young generation that will be leader of Indonesia in the near future. Indonesia also will be a Hannover Messe country partner in 2021 in Berlin, one of the biggest industry and IT fair that will benefit Indonesia in making Industry 4.0 and tapping investment as well as collaboration with the big actors in IT technology. In this opportunity, IYKRA and Techbros have opportunity to collaborate as a partner and to support the government of Indonesia in many ways. Dear friend, AI cannot be separated from digital transformation and automation. In the new normal, it is imperative for business to remain competitive and relevant as the world becomes increasingly digital. This year, COVID-19 pandemic has brought now urgency to meeting digital transformation goals. We are witnessing that the world is experiencing the highest pace of digital power growth. The size, scale, impact, and scope of this integration of digital technology and digital services are comparable to industrial revolution. By force, by choice, or by foresight, more and more sectors of life are adopting an increasing amount of technology every day. Our wish is that implementation of global ICE community initiative will prepare and build Indonesia workforce and qualified experts in Sweden and globally. We see that there is much potential for Indonesian talents to be successful in Sweden, especially in data and advanced technology. AI is getting widely needed for government, business, industry, and services that could create more efficient and better solutions. We encourage you to self-develop and make best use of the talent you have in order to meet the challenges of digital transformation as the demand for IT talent are rising more than ever. It is very timely that IYKRA and Techbros to launch global AI community to build talent pool in Sweden and Europe. Global AI community is very strategic in enhancing human capital, bridging AI competency, and fostering entrepreneurship, as well as strengthening cooperation between Indonesia and Sweden. We are hopeful that through this AI community, there will be many more Indonesians can work in Sweden and IT sector, and in the same time, open opportunity to Indonesian human resources to develop their experience and expertise globally. Furthermore, this event could be stepping stone to establish Indonesian AI companies in Sweden. This company also could support Indonesian company, other Indonesian company, to foster networking and engage partnership with Swedish business and all stakeholders. I hope this will be followed by with more Indonesian startup expanding their business here. I believe the young generation will take lead to build Indonesia competitiveness and to be part solution in creating a better world. Together we can. Partnership and collaboration are key success to achieve our shared dream to be leading nation of technology and a grid of Indonesia, like Mas Fajar mentioned before. I wish you every success in your endeavor to be global leader in AI. Thank you. Taksemike. Terima kasih. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Tanti Widyastuti, for the inspiring keynote and for the support. We hope the opportunities in Sweden about data and AI can be utilized by Indonesian talents to strengthen Indonesia-Sweden diplomatic relations. Thank you so much, Mr. Tanti, Ms. Tanti. And to Ms. Tanti Widyastuti, we would like you to join the breakout room that has been provided by our host for the documentation process with IYKRA, Techbros, and Mr. Indra Gunawan. And please press the join button, Mrs. Tanti, that popped up on your screen. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is my pleasure to welcome Professor Dr. Dietmar Janetsko from Cologne Business School to deliver the keynote about business analytics mindset. Please welcome Professor Dr. Dietmar Janetsko.
Hello. So welcome everybody. My name is Dietmar Janetsko. I'm a professor of Cologne Business School in Germany, and I like to give a talk on the mindset around AI and data science. Ladies and gentlemen, knowledge is power. Historians think that it was the English statesman and philosopher Sir Francis Bacon who coined this memorable phrase in 1597. Today we have similar phrases. We might think of them as contemporary versions of Bacon's well-known adage. Prominent examples include data is the new oil, or AI is a rocket, data is a fuel. These and similar contemporary slogans flag up the huge potentials that come with data. The participants of this AI community event know, of course, that data is essential today. And even outside the community of data professionals, there is a growing sense and awareness that data somehow matters. But hey, what kind of thing is this data? And why is there a need to coin these new phrases? Francis Bacon's line, knowledge is power, looks very smart. Is it not sufficient anymore? My take on this is data is nothing but reality condensed into a format that can be processed by computers. Data is nothing but reality condensed into a format that can be processed by computers. Data may entirely stay within computer systems. For instance, this is what usually happens in robotics. But data can also be brought into a format that humans can digest and process. For instance, this is what happens when data is visualized by charts or when chatbots put data into sounds and words. Bacon's adage, knowledge is power, is fine, but in itself, it's hopelessly locked into the world of humans as it does not directly relate to computers. Looking at what data means is not just an idle activity of philosophers, or rather, it should not be viewed in this way. We live in a world that is increasingly shaped by datafication. It was a journalist, Kenneth Cukier, and the Oxford scholar Victor Meyer-Schönberger, who introduced this term in 2013 in an article Foreign Affairs. Datafication. It expresses that more and more aspects of life are turned into data. Our income, our tax, our expenditures, our sports activities, our health, our travels, and of course, everything we do on the internet is datafied. What about our thoughts and our emotions and feelings? Research is not quite there yet, but there are significant activities underway working towards this goal. For instance, flimsy or deep thoughts are datafied by Twitter. Most aspects of individual persons, companies, scientific activities, or countries are datafied. Electric cars, green energy, 5G, new and competitive products and services, all of them would be entirely pointless today if they were not shaped and guided by data. The present corona crisis, a textbook example of a global datafication event. Its consequences, like e.g. the decline of brick and mortar shops and the steep rise of online shopping and work in home offices, fuels datafication even more. Datafication of our world goes hand in glove with other tendencies, some of which we should also briefly look into. Over the last years, enormous data repositories and data marketplaces have been built up worldwide. They are like cathedrals of our time, gigantic but invisible. The Canadian startup Quandl from Toronto is a case in point. The website of Quandl provides a common interface to access a huge number of data sets, some for free, some only for a fee. Another example, about 9 months ago, Google introduced a new free service called Google Dataset Search that is similar to the offerings of Quandl. Most of my students have not heard about this, so maybe this is interesting to you too. This service makes a huge number of public databases available. It is accessible via data search research.google.com. Okay, you might say, so almost everything is datafied and will sooner or later become of data marketplaces or of free data repositories. But where does this leave individuals who want or who have to take an active role in a data-filed world? To address these questions, let us take a look at two groups. Firstly, we consider those in more traditional, mostly academic jobs. Secondly, we turn to data professionals, in particular AI experts and data scientists. The first group we are considering are professionals working in more traditional jobs, like engineers, medical doctors, or journalists, to mention just a few. They all must, to some degree, gain appropriate skills to stand their ground in a datafied world, and often also in datafied disciplines and fields. From pharmacy to education to genetics and 5G, working professionally with data has become a key skill for excellence. Where does this skill come from? I am absolutely sure that there will be some who are agile enough to teach themselves how to cope successfully in a data-filed world. Will there be many of them? Will the insights into the world of data achieved by self-education be sufficient? all of this is uncertain. In any case, the field of AI and data science is big and moves forward very fast. Thus, it will be a constant educational challenge to follow even the most fundamental developments. What is a challenge on the level of individual person may add up to a risk for companies or the society at large. Without up-to-date skills in AI and data science, products and services may often not be delivered on the highest level of quality because certain AI or data skills have not been available. Thus, professionals lacking skills in data science may continuously underperform in their job. Consequently, they contribute to hidden or overt costs for the society at large or for their company. In short, the competitiveness of organizations, companies, and nations is at stake here. More traditional disciplines like medicine have lobby groups that do everything to place their interests high on the political agenda. Compared to those groups, the relatively young disciplines of AI and data science do not have such influential scope. Which is why I'm a bit concerned about whether the need for education in data science is taken really seriously in politics. But not everything is gloomy. It seems that many companies have recognized the need and the usefulness of AI and data-related skills and have begun the process of upskilling at least part of their workforce. In a sense, those companies follow Google, which in 2014 acquired the UK-based AI company DeepMind. It was this move and not any government initiative that kicked off the renewed global interest in AI and data science that we see today. This was in 2014. It's a quirky coincidence that this was around the same time when the concept of datafication gained currents. Let us now look at the second group we want to consider. AI experts and data scientists and other data professionals. Their very existence is the appropriate but maybe not sufficient response to the needs of the society in a data-fied world. Like in any other professions, there are of course generalists and specialists. Journalists may be able to make meaningful contributions to all or several stages of the data science lifecycle. They may have a working knowledge of a range of languages, tools, and methods. They are at home in computer science and stats. What about specialists? They may know everything in a particular field, say face recognition, deep learning, language processing, or sentiment analysis. The world of AI and data science is in constant flux. Therefore, it is almost impossible to recommend what particular AI or data science skills should be focused on. Still, despite all these uncertainties, some things are worth considering. And here I address in particular those among you who have embarked on a journey towards a degree in AI or data science. Firstly, as an AI expert or data scientist, you have to master your craft and to talk the talk. One or two languages, in particular Python or R, should be familiar to you, probably JavaScript too. The same applies to statistics and supervised and unsupervised learning and databases, to mention just a few core aspects of the data science curriculum. Secondly, it is a good idea to dig deeper into some AI data science methods, into some AI and data science methods like deep learning or time series analysis. With a solid base education in AI or data science, there is a good chance that you will naturally acquire the skill to self-educate yourself easily on new approaches that pop up all the time. Thirdly, Google search tells you that there is a shortage of AI experts and data scientists worldwide, also in Germany, where I'm based. The current pandemic will probably fuel this demand further. In particular, the automotive industry and the field of communications seem to look for data scientists. A fairly recent study from Germany, published in February 2020, confirms this trend in several areas like energy, logistics, traffic, and health sciences. But most importantly, remember that data is really reality condensed into a format that can be processed. Keep an open mind and stay curious in a data-fied world. You have the enormous privilege to explore and understand this world, at least in parts, by using methods of AI and data science. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Dirma Yanitsko, for your valuable insights and support. We will surely enrich and equip our talents with a business analytical mindset in order to answer any kind of challenges in the industry. And to Professor Dr. Dirma Yanitsko, we would like you to join the breakout room that has been provided to documentation process with IYKRA, Techbros, and Mr. Indra Gunawan. Please press the join button. Thank you. As we have witnessed all of our wonderful speakers delivering their inspiring speech and keynotes, on behalf of IYKRA and Techbros, we are now very excited to officially launch Global AI Community.
Break the boundaries. It's time for Indonesian talent to lead the global technology movement.
With the official launching of the Global AI Community, we have come to the end of this event. It is an absolute honor for us to have all of your supports towards the Global AI Community and our vision to build data and AI ecosystem. On behalf of IYKRA and Techbros, I would like to say thank you for our remarkable speakers, Mrs. Tanti Widyastuti, Minister Counselor of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Sweden, Professor Dr. Ardi Marwan, Education and Culture Attaché of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia for Germany, Professor Dr. Dirma Yanitsko from Cologne Business School, Germany, Mr. Fajar Zaman, CEO of IYKRA, Mr. Yudi Rahadian, CEO and co-founder of Techbros, Mr. Endian Rahmanda, COO of IYKRA, and Mr. Indra Gunawan, Lead Architect Software Automation 5G Radio at Ericsson R&D Sweden. I would like to say thank you to the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Stockholm, Sweden, the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Berlin, Germany, and all media partners. Last but not least, I would like to say thank you to all of you for joining us in this event. Now please turn on your webcam or camera to take some photos for documentation. I would like to invite all of the joiners to open your camera. We'll do some documentation. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's wait until everyone's opening the camera. And for IYKRA documentation team, please be ready to take the picture. All right, I will count from 3 to 1, and please hold your smile for some seconds. So are you ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. And then, because we have 2 slides, and just keep smiling.
Smile.
3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. Thank you. Once again, thank you, and we truly appreciate your support and presence. Global AI community is established by IYKRA and Techbros to answer the challenges in a nowadays era of a fast-changing world with fast data and technology investment. We will offer various programs to build our talents to be globally competitive, globally recognized, and globally trusted as the reliable and excellent leader in various industries worldwide. Stay tuned for our upcoming programs, and we cordially invite you all to be part of this global AI community. Please stay safe and healthy, stay physical distancing, but digitally connected. I'm Rahmat Syaputra, signing out as the Master of Ceremony. Thank you and have a nice day.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you everyone.
Thank you
all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Bye.
weekend.